forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a... Big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air, May. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's May.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10.
The slot man in motion right.
May going to bat this one forward. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down.
He's got McBride here over the middle.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
To throw, it's May.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing here is May.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give them a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll run with Gibson.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Gibson is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
That ball caught by Harrison. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Murray. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, When a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Mike's 15, Mike's 15. Hey, tight. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And the end result of that play? You're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Murray now to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On second down, a run with Benson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Campbell making the catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. They run over center with Benson.
Down to about the 22 here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Not too many offenses want to down what they are. They've got to pay it off with some points.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. Flush to his right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Gets past him at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cards have got it back to within a score.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Prater for the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
From the gun, it's May.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. This is Hines. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Play action. May.
Being chased out left. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, it's Benson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll throw on first down with May. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Benson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's May. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Now it's Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, right back to Hines. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But, partner, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll run with Gibson.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him right where it all started. Tried to give it to the first man through on 3rd and goal, denied.
Yeah, how about how they sold out on that play? Just decided, we know what you're going to do. You're going to bring it at us in a running game. And they had everyone tracking the football. Didn't let him through.
Here it is, 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with May. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And this return is going to be halted.